going to start by sharing a story that helped create the pathway for my research. Last year, I attended a Taiwan International Dance Festival alongside my peers from the University of Auckland. At the summit, we performed 2 pieces. One of those pieces was a contemporary piece named Maps of Memories. This piece was inspired and influenced by Māori and Pacific culture. At the summit, it was really interesting. The applause and the feedback we received after the performance from the choreographers, performers, from other institutions from around the world was really encouraging. A tertiary teacher from Perth came up to us and commented,
"You guys have that thing about your performance. That thing that all Polynesians have. You know, that thing."
What thing? I questioned what it was. No one could really elaborate on what this thing was. This made me question the comments and assumptions the thing was, and how we all supposedly had this thing within our performance. Where does it come from? What I found interesting is that not all the performers within this particular piece were of Polynesian descent. Immediately I referred to Ihi, a Māori term used for a performance quality made up of various beliefs, influences and ideas of how a person may possess this within their performance. The notion of Ihi has been explored by various scholars such as Nathan Matthews and Rua McCallum. However, the focus of this existing scholarship has not been explored through the relationship of Ihi and contemporary dance. My research explores the question, through a choreographic process, how might I, as a performer and researcher, engage with activities and tasks that foster Ihi within my performance? I have used the choreographic process of Ngā Whaiai Po o Te Roto, which was a piece that both Maddie and I performed last week in the Tempo Auckland Dance Festival. A key relation came to when I was stuck in a dance studio. Anna Pace analyses how the improvising dancer relies on the technique and the familiarity of particular ways of moving. This experience, noted by Pace, may suggest that the environment and mindset which we have been conditioned to dancing and stimulating choreography could in turn influence our decision making when creating movement. When I removed myself from the dance studio, Torotorua, I was able to break away from this particular way, this habitual way of moving and thinking about movements. Rotorua is our home, a place that is culturally sensitive and special to the both of us. Perhaps this particular place and the connection to land and the surroundings influence and gave me a sense of belonging and understanding of the setting that I was in. I could describe the meaning of what the places looked like, behaved like, or felt like, but that would only be scratching the surface. Through experiencing this environment firsthand, I was able to embody the story, understand my character Tenemua and her journey she went through, in return, transfer this experience into the dance studio. Maddie and I discussed and rewrote the movements, the moments that within that environment how we felt physically uncomfortable. The overwhelming cold chill walking into the lake, flinching from the heat as I dug my feet into the sand. These were tangible experiences we used as choreographic practices and motivation. I felt these moments allowed me to physically and mentally understand and embody Hinemua's struggle, which I believe contributed to the choreography and fostered Ihi within my performance. To conclude, this research could provide a better understanding around the discourses of Māori naturally possessing Ihi. By exploring Ihi through my own performance practices, the ideas around certain people possessing this natural performance presence, such as Ihi, could suggest that in fact it's not the question of who is born with it, or who is inherent of it, but who has access to the methods and approaches in which ihi can be developed and then practiced. Understanding that ihi is not a trait that is chosen upon somebody, but a performance trait that is developed through methods and approaches, therefore given the understanding and then practiced. I would like to finish this presentation by showing a little snippet of the performance that we did last week in the Auckland Tempo Festival. Thank you.